Welcome back, guys. This is Jamie Jenkins here with Insurance Solutions Group. I want to kind of touch on a video I made earlier talking about new agents coming on board. If you're a new agent and you're coming on board, especially with like Medicare Advantage plans, anything in the senior market, I'm reading and just hearing a lot of agents are just getting so overwhelmed with all the information that they are having to learn. Not only, taking the test and studying for the insurance exam, but then after that, everything that follows. So if you're not aware of what comes next, or if you are and you need help, reach out. We'll be glad to help. But we help our agents with several steps that you have to go through. And so many agents need this that actually just get thrown out there and said, this is what you got to do. So once you get your license and get ready to start selling Medicare Advantage plans, there's many things you're gonna have to learn. One of the most important is being compliant with compliance. And you'll have a lot of questions on the AHIP exam that you'll take. It has many modules, and you'll go through that and learn a good bit, and then every year you'll have to take that. So that's the first step of taking your AHIP. And hopefully you have an agency or someone that can kind of help guide you in these directions. If not, like I said, reach out to us. The next step would be all these certifications. So with every carrier that you're going to be contracted with, you have to get certified with. You're going to have to certify to sell their products. So there's modules you have to go through, and training courses there where you take an exam through each chapter, and then you'll take a final exam, on certifications, depending on the carrier. But there's really good information in there talking about, product changes that they may have for that year. And so a lot of it, you're just going to feel overwhelmed though with all the information that's being thrown at you. Then if you're selling over the phone, you'll have all these different websites that you're going to go to. It's just a lot of information really quick. And then you'll be getting on the phone. Most likely you'll probably be nervous that you're going to, mess up. I can tell you will mess up, whether it be, talking about too many products, maybe not finding the very best product for that client, because you're nervous at what you're looking at, maybe not knowing where to look for the need that client has. It might be they need a lower hospital copay, or they need a food card, or they need a lower prescription cost, whatever it might be. You may not be very good at finding the need to start with, and that's very important. You need to be able to help the client as much as possible for whatever's available to them. And you got to ask a lot of questions and really be listening, instead of worried if you're going to make a sale, or you're just nervous because you're not used to doing it. So while you're on the phone with them, the flow of the call, everything's important that you need to learn, especially as a new agent, of what to do, when to do it, what to say, when to say it, different things that'll help, different techniques, different sales techniques. There's just a lot of information with that. So agents, I'm just hearing so much of, especially the first month, 2-3 months of just being overwhelmed with all the information and not really knowing, what to do. Make sure you have a good CRM that you put in all your information for your client and keeping up with. There's just so many different things to it. But I can tell you this, once you get all this down, you're not going to remember it all to start with. So don't worry about that. You need to remember how to be compliant, and all the rest of it. Every phone call that you have, you're going to get a little better and a little better, and you're going to be told no. If you don't have the mindset of being rejected is okay, and then overcoming that, you will fall into that 90% of agents that don't make it, okay? So you have to have a really great attitude, and it's a daily thing every day. Their rent is due every day. You have to get up and work, and you have to have a great attitude to do it. Or if not, you know, they're going to sense that on the other side of the phone call. You know, they're going to be able to tell that you're not really with it that day, and it's probably going to affect their sales. You know, so they're more likely to talk to somebody that sounds like they want to talk to them and enthusiastic. You know, they can hear speaking up, you know, in a very good mood. All of that can kind of be read on the phone, you know, with your voice. So you don't need to be monotone. You need to do a really good warm up. Most of it, like I said before in another video, that's really where it's sold at, is whether they trust you or not. And so anyway, I just want to kind of touch on a few things that new agents will need and what you need to prepare for, and the mindset you need to be prepared for, because you know, it's a daily grind. There's going to be a lot of ups, there's going to be some downs, and you just got to know you're going to come back up. And that next phone call will be a great call. If not, you're that much closer to having a good call and making a sale. So you need to just have a really good positive mindset. And like I said, you got to reset that every day. Whether, you know, you're going to have things thrown at you in life, in your personal life, and it's going to make that a little bit tough, but you got to keep going if you're going to succeed in this business and continue on to be able to be a good producer. If not, you know, you probably won't do very well with it. So anybody that kind of needs any more information on, you know, being a new agent or what's coming next, or how can we help, just let us know. You can email me, jamie@insurancesolutions.group. Please like my page, subscribe to my channel if this helps you any, and I wish you guys good luck.